Good afternoon again. It's 2:23 p.m. It's the 18th February 2025. Let's get to it. GOP primary for Arizona governor pits a billionaire developer against a conservative firebrand. Phoenix. The Republican primary to challenge Arizona's Democratic governor, Katie Hobbs, next year looks like it will pit a billionaire developer endorsed by President Donald Trump against a member of the House Freedom Caucus who backed Trump's false claims about the 2020 election having been stolen. Its Republican nod in the August 2026 primary will be tasked with trying to help the GOP regain some power it has lost since dominating Arizona politics for decades. The race began taking shape last week when lawyer and housing developer Karen Taylor declared her candidacy, joining U.S. Andy Biggs, who announced bid. Robson brings her vast wealth of business connections, and unlike her failed 2022 run for the same office, Trump's backing. Biggs brings his own conservative credentials, having been one of the 8 House Republicans who helped oust Ken McCarthy as House Speaker in 2023 and being firmly in Trump's corner throughout his time in Washington. Both hope to become governor of battleground where a GOP resurgence could severely hamper Democrats' path back into influence in Congress. Since Trump was first elected in 2016, few Arizona Republicans have managed to bridge the deep divide between their party's tradition pro-business conservatives and the president's populist Make America Great movement, leading to acrimonious primaries that have left the GOP bruised in position for the general election. Robson is trying to crack the code by making her close ties to party stalwarts while leaning hard on in his populist rhetoric. She casts herself as tough as nails on illegal immigration and a crusader against diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. She's married to billionaire Ed Robson, a housing developer and one of Arizona's richest people, and has used her considerable wealth to help Republicans after several elections in which they lost ground to Democrats. In the Republican primary, there's only one endorsement that counts, and that is Donald Trump, said GOP strategist Barry Marson. So I don't know that it matters. Legislators are not who they support. Donald Trump is the endorsement you dream of, and Karen Taylor Robson has it. Despite having the backing of former Arizona Governor Ducey, former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, Robson lost the GOP primary for governor in 2022 to Carrie Lake, a staunch of Trump who had his endorsement and repeatedly peddled that the 2020 presidential election had been stolen. GOP strategist Constantine Curwood said Robson's advantages are her money and the lack of voting record that both Biggs and Hobbs have from their time as legislators. He also said she could appeal to the broader swath of conservative voters and that it would be difficult for Democrats to paint her as an extremist. In 2022, Robson called the 2020 election unfair, but she called it fraudulent, and she pushed her fellow Republicans to look to the future. I do think primary voters are increasingly considering who can win the general election because Republicans in Arizona are tired of losing the races that should have been electively becoming a thing. Curwood said. Biggs represented his Ruby Red congressional district since 2016, winning over ultra-conservatives both at Queen Creek and Gilbert. His strong small government record. He has been one of Trump's staunchest defenders in Congress and a conservative crusader unafraid to buck GOP leadership, though his prior record as president of the Arizona Senate was more pragmatic. Biggs has deep ties to the Republican Party's right flank. In addition to chairing the House Freedom Caucus for a time, he was investigated by the January 6th committee over concerns about his involvement in the effort to overturn Trump's 2020 election laws. Curwood said Biggs, who has the backing of Arizona legislator on own Freedom Caucus, is unapologetically conservative, which can be a strength for him in the primary. Other GOP legislators like State Senate Majority Leader Janae Champ and State Rep Teresa Martinez have thrown their support behind Robson. Senate President Warren Peterson said he plans to wait very soon. Hobbs narrowly defeated Lake in 2022 and plans to run for re-election in 2026, has faced stiff resistance from the Republican-led legislature in trying to enact her agenda, including reining in Arizona's school voucher program. And thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. It's 2:28 p.m. the 18th February 2025. I appreciate y'all coming in. Follow me on Instagram, the Studio 11, and follow me on X, the 2020. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. And of course, it's till next time.